Class 10, we have to discuss from question number 2 of 6.3. Now, see in question number 2, this figure is given to you in which they have said the triangle ODC is this triangle you see above, is given similar to triangle OBA. Okay. And in that further, these two angles have been given to you and they're asking you to find these remaining angles. That is angle DOC. So that is DOC here you have. Okay. So this DOC, if you see, you can easily find that by your straight line property, because one of the angle of the linear pair is known to you. So whether you say DOB is a straight line or these two form a linear pair, whichever way you can get that angle. Then the next you have to find is DCO, angle DCO. So in this small triangle, now one angle was already given to you. This one you're finding by linear pair property. So the third angle by angle sum property, you can find this third angle also. Okay. Then the next one is angle OAB. OAB, this angle here. Now in this, children, what will happen is you will say that this angle OAB will be same as OCD because these two triangles were given similar. Now what happens in this question is, it's a simple question, but students usually tend to say that this angle A is equal to angle C by alternate angle, because as the figure shows, it seems these lines are parallel, and that is what you have been doing in your junior classes, that lines are parallel, then alternate angles are equal. But mind you, this is not given in this question. Nowhere is it written that the lines are parallel. So if you use that property, alternate angles equal. So alternate angles are equal only if the lines are parallel, which is not mentioned in that question. So your that solution doesn't make sense. It goes wrong. Okay. So here your argument for these angles being equal will be that the triangles are given similar. तो आपको यहाँ पे similarity quote करनी है. Otherwise your solution maybe the answer numerically will be okay, but you won't get marks because your reasoning will not be correct. In geometry, reasoning is the most important thing rather than just giving the answer. Okay. So that is what you have to take care of. So I'll show you the written solution as well here. But that was important that I wanted you all to note, because I've seen students make that mistake. Okay. So that is how you are going to present this solution. You can see that here. See here. This is a straight line. So we are using this property that this angle O out here will be 180 minus 125. That's coming as 55. And then you're going to use your sum angle sum property in that triangle to find your third remaining angle out here, which is also coming as 55. And then this is how you have to quote it, that it is given that the triangles are similar, so the corresponding angles of similar triangles are equal. Hence this angle A will be equal to angle C, and that is why this is also 55. Okay, so this third angle you have to take care of, children. Okay. So that was it. Now for the next question number 3, the figure was not given. We have made it ourselves. So if you want to just, let's get back to the questions first. Okay, that's your question. That diagonals AC and BD of a trapezium ABCD, in which AB is given parallel to DC, they are intersecting at O, then you have to use similarity criteria for two triangles, and then you have to prove this. Okay, so for that, how are we going to first prove the triangle similar is our question. Okay, so here, so first you'll make that figure. Let ABCD be a trapezium in which AB is parallel to DC. That is how we've made it, and the diagonals are intersecting at point O. And then you proceed to say that now we have these two triangles DOC, as you can see here, DOC and BOA. So I hope by now you've understood in similarity, when we write two triangles are similar, then we have to make sure that we are writing the corresponding vertices together. Corresponding vertices means whichever angles are equal. Like if angle O of the first is equal to angle O of the second, then O and O will be written in the same position. Angle D out here, when I say angle D, and the other side if I use vertex B, then the angle at D and this angle at B, these two are going to be corresponding angles, they will be equal. Okay, so your naming is also important, how you name that this is similar to the other. तो इसमें vertices आपको ये corresponding लिखनी होती हैं, whichever angles are equal to whichever the other one. Okay, all right. So All that was given to us. And so for proving these two triangles, this down below and the one above, similar, and because it was a trapezium with AB parallel to DC. Now in this question, the lines are parallel. So we can use our properties of parallel lines here. So that is why they are saying by alternate interior angle property, this angle D will be equal to angle B. दिख रहे हैं alternate angles, and likewise this angle A is equal to angle C. Now another thing, children, you have to note, which is the major mistake that I've observed students doing, is that if you have written angle DOC here first and then angle BOA, then when you are writing the criterias where you are showing the equality, you have to make sure कि आपने जो triangle पहले लिखा है आप उसी के parameters पहले लिखोगे. Okay, don't mix match here कि पहले यहाँ पे इस triangle का लिख दिया, AOB पहले लिख दिया, and then you are writing COD. Here you are writing DCO and here AOB. Okay, so you see all they have maintained. These are all parameters of the first triangle, and on the right hand side they have written parameters of the second triangle. That is another thing to be kept in mind, because in geometry, children, it's not difficult, but it is scoring becomes difficult because you all don't realize the presentation, the way of writing the solution really counts here. Okay, so you have to be very cautious how and what you are writing. So you need to practice it over and over again in writing, apart from understanding. Okay, all right, so even two angles if you show are equal, the third automatically is, so you need not even write the third, but if you want you can. Clearly we are seeing these are vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles are always equal. So आप चाहो तो three angles लिख दो, write any two out of these three. For one reason or the other they are equal, and so that gives you your AA criteria for similarity. Hence the first part we have proved the two triangles are similar. Okay, and what had we studied? That if two triangles are similar, their corresponding sides are in proportion. So that is what we are going to use. So for the first side आप आपको फिगर नहीं भी दिख रहा है तो आप once you have proved these two triangles similar, यहाँ से भी आप सीधे सीधे लिख सकते हो. See, DO and उसके साथ दूसरे triangle का आएगा BO. So the way you have named it, that's why I'm saying if you name it properly, corresponding angles या vertices साथ में लिखोगे तो आप यहीं खाली लिखे से भी कर सकते हो easily. Okay, this would correspond to, so DO upon BO will be equal to, next is OC upon OA. Okay, अभी क्योंकि proof में इतना ही चाहिए था उसने इतना ही लिखा है. If required, next you can write DC, and with DC what will you write? BA. Okay, so that is how we write the proportion of the corresponding sides. And यहाँ figure से देख के भी आपको दिखेगा clearly D के opposite OC है, तो OC will be corresponding to D का equal B था, B के opposite OA है. Okay, so it's up to you how you find it convenient from the figure, or maybe by looking at the names of the similar triangles you can write the proportion of corresponding sides. Okay, now for the proof, they had written dimension of one diagonal one side, the other side. So you have to see कि आपको slight change यहाँ पे और करना है. You'll have to take this OB to numerator and bring this OC to the other side. So this will come in denominator to match up with what they have asked us to prove. Okay, so that was it. Now let's see what is our next question. Okay, then the fourth question here, the figure is given to you already. Okay, so this is the figure in which these proportions are given to us already, and these angles given equal and the sides, certain sides given proportional. They're asking us to prove triangle PQS. So we have PQS, this is small triangle seen here, this PQS triangle we have to show similar to triangle TQR, the bigger one. Okay, so we'll see how to do that. This, since the figure was already given, so I can move on to solution straight away. That was all right. Yes, here it is. Oh, I think figure we need to see, otherwise you won't follow the solution. So let's take it this way. So what would we say? That we have been first given, focus on this triangle out here, PQR, because in this triangle PQR, you have been given angle 1 equal to angle 2. So these are base angles of this triangle. So angles corresponding to sides corresponding to equal angles are equal. Hence, because this was given to us, we conclude that our PQ will become equal to PR. Okay. So from what was given to us, angle 1 equal to angle 2, they have named it according to the triangle. You will write that their opposite sides are equal. So that is one of importance for us. Now, this ratio was given to us already in the question. All right. So in this question now, what we are doing is we are replacing our PR, which was given to us, by its equivalent PQ or QP. Whether you write PQ or QP, it's the same line segment we are talking. Okay. So इस रेशियो में आपने क्या करना है, ये आपका PR जो गिवन था इसको रिप्लेस कर लेना है, इसका इक्वल आया है हमारे पास PQ from this fact that these base angles in this triangle were equal. Okay, so that is the step to be remembered. Now once you do that, अब आपको क्या मिल गया है, you get QR. QR is this big side, this whole side of the big triangle, upon QS of the small triangle equal to QT of the bigger triangle and upon QP, that is of the small triangle. Okay, so ये मिल गया आपको, ये पूरा side upon this small side and this whole side upon this side. Okay, so you have got, and of course for both these, this angle is common, so it has to be naturally equal. Angle Q is equal to angle Q in both the triangles. So हमें कौन सा criteria मिल गया यहाँ पे, SAS for similarity. Okay, angle, included angle, and the sides bearing the included angle are proportional. So we have got these two combined together satisfies our SAS criteria of similarity. So you would say these two triangles, the small one out here, PQS and TQR are coming similar. Okay. Then next we have now for the fifth question. I think we need to make the figure for that is not given to us. S and T are points on the side PR and QR of a triangle PQR such that angle P is equal to angle RTS. Then you have to show these two triangles are similar. So first you need to make the figure for that question, children. And the figure will come out to be something like this. Okay. Okay, so somewhat like this. This is your PRQ, in which angle P was given equal to angle T here. All right. So what are we going to say for this question now? Triangle RPQ, that is RPQ, the given triangle, and RST, RST. So for these two triangles, we have been given that angle RTS is equal to angle QPS. All right, and angle R is common to both the triangles. You have to observe that from the figure. First you get the figure right, make the figure properly, and then you have to observe that this angle R is coming common to both the triangles. See, RPQ, RPQ. So this angle R is in this big triangle, and then RST, RST में भी ये triangle आ रहा है. तो एक आपको मिलेगा that angle R is common to both the triangles, and second given है. Okay. So the question is not difficult, proof is not difficult. It's only about they have not given you the figure. So you just have to learn how to make the figure. If you get the figure right, you are getting the proof in 2 steps. So in the two triangles, we have got two angles equal. So by AA criteria, these two triangles are going to be similar. Okay. Now the next question, figure is given to you this time. And they are asking you that in this figure, triangle ABE is this triangle you have here is given congruent to triangle ACD. Okay, so ABE, you can shade this for understanding, and ADC. this. These two triangles are congruent. Okay, then you have to show that triangle, this small triangle above, ADE and ABC, the big triangle seen, both these triangles are going to be similar. Okay, so congruence is hame pata hai, when two triangles are congruent, they all angles and all sides are equal. Okay, so we'll utilize that fact to come to our similarities criteria. So here it goes. These two triangles were given to us as congruent. So their corresponding sides, that is AB of the first corresponding to AC of the second, will also be equal by CPCT. Then this AD will be equal to AE, again by CPCT. Okay, triangles agar congruent hote hain, all their sides as well as angles are all equal. So by CPCT, this is what we are quoting here. All right. Then in triangle ADE and ABC, अब जो हमें similar proof करने थे, we are coming back to those two triangles. Okay, ये तो जो हमें given थे, triangles are congruent, वहां से हमने ये true facts state कर दिए हैं. Now we'll get back to the triangles we had to focus on. Okay, so in these two triangles, I think clearly all of you can observe this angle A is once again common. All right, and along with that, you have already proved. See, ये हमारा already equation आया था, that AB is equal to AC was one equation and AD is equal to AE. So if you put this, if you divide these two, then this is what you get. This is how you can write AB upon AD, or maybe the other way around, AD upon AB. Okay, depends upon, क्योंकि इसने पहले triangle ADE लिखा है तो इसलिए AD ऊपर आ जाएगा. Okay, so AD upon AB will be equal to AE upon AC. Simply we are dividing these two equations that we have got, equation 1 and 2. Dividing equation 1 and 2, you may write this one more step there, that AD upon AB will be equal to AE upon AC. Okay, and angle A is common, we had already seen that. So once again, we have got a SAS criteria. The angle in between and the sides bearing that angle in both the triangles are in proportion. So we have once again got a SAS criteria. So by that, these two triangles are easily coming similar.